name is Mike D. I'm the CEO of the Dolphins, and it's our pleasure to welcome you here today for a very special day. Of course, our Dolphins will be taking on Jacksonville at 1 o'clock, but we're celebrating a number of things today. Among those will be the 40th anniversary of our 1972 perfect season. And it's been quite a weekend having a lot of the legends back that we've all grown up knowing and loving. We're going to introduce some of them to you today. It's a pleasure for me to bring up the owner of the Miami Dolphins, Stephen Ross, to join me. Steve, come on up. Last year, this area where we're standing was dedicated as the Joe Robbie Alumni Plaza. And as part of that celebration, we commissioned the statue behind us of Joe Robbie, our founder, and we celebrate Mr. Robbie today on this 40th anniversary day, because without his vision and commitment to this community, the Miami Dolphins may not be here today. So how about a round of applause for Joe Robbie and what he meant to this franchise? And we decided at that time, when we dedicated this plaza, that we would also honor Dolphin greats through the decades of Dolphins football. And of course we do that in the stadium in the honor roll. And today, by the way, we'll be inducting the best defensive coordinator in the history of professional football, Coach Bill Arnsparger, into that. But we also wanted to celebrate those players and those great icons to our community out here in the Alumni Plaza. Last year we started by honoring our Hall of Famers, and their sunbursts have been proudly displayed here and have been viewed by thousands of visitors over the last 12 months. And we're really happy to have with us today 4 of those gentlemen back next to their sunbursts. Of course, the great quarterback, number 12, Bob Griese. Hall of Famer Bob Griese, joined by Hall of Famer number 42, Paul Warfield. Hall of Famer number 85, the Minister of Defense, Nick Bonicatti. And Miami's own, you know him as number 66, the great Larry Chicken Little. Fastest lineman in the history of the Miami Dolphins, if you talk to those who are around this plaza today. Anyway, today we'll be inducting the second class into this historic area here at Sun Life Stadium. And most of this is about football. And certainly those inductees today were great players, but they also served as great men, along with all of the members of the 1972 team and our alumni who are here today. Great men in this community, men who have made a difference during their time in this community on and off the field. So it's a great honor today to welcome the class of 2012. Steve, I'm going to let you kick it off.
Thank you, Mike. And I'd like to thank Mike for the great job he's done this weekend putting this event together. It's fabulous. And I'm sure all of you will get to see the movie of the 72 team, which we all saw last night. It was previewed, and you should take your time to watch it. It was great. The history and tradition of the Miami Dolphins has certainly been on display this weekend. And today, this has all been part of it, being enshrined in the Joe Robbie Plaza. For those who have served this team and community so well. So it's a real pleasure for me to introduce this year's inductees. I'd like to start with number 77, A.J. Duhe.
Our first inductee was drafted in the first round of the 1977 draft and became one of the most versatile defensive players in franchise history. He played 8 seasons in South Florida, winning NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, and was selected to the 1984 Pro Bowl. He is best remembered, however, for his 3 interceptions in that mud in the 1982 AFC Championship game against the New York Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, number 77, A.J. Duhe.
Next up.
There it is. There it is. Yeah.
Next up is number 75, Manny Ferandez.
There he is. Number Number 75, many consider Manny to be the anchor of the no-name defense and the co-MVP of Super Bowl VII. Don't worry, Jake Scott, you don't have to give him half of the pickup truck. Fellow Walk of Famer and Hall of Fame teammate Nick Monicati called his Super Bowl performance the most dominant game by defensive linemen in the history of the game. 17 tackles in Super Bowl VII, that January day in Los Angeles.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, he was a member of 2 Super Bowl championship teams here in 72 and 73. The great Manny Ferandez.
Yep.
Number 3, inductee today, number 10, Strock.
Yeah.
2 quarterbacks in the class of 2012. Don teamed up with fellow quarterback David Woodley to form the popular Wood-Strock duo that helped the Dolphins reach Super Bowl XVII. He became a household name with his performance in the 1981 AFC divisional playoff game against the Chargers by coming off the bench and throwing for more than 400 yards in a game that later would be considered to be one of the greatest in NFL history. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been here in South Florida for many, many years, making a difference in the community. Congratulations, Don Strock.
Yeah.
Number 4, another quarterback, number 15, Earl Morrall.
Picked up by the Dolphins prior to the 72 season as an insurance policy, and what a policy that was. He replaced an injured Bob Greasy in the 5th game of that season and went on to guide the team through the rest of the undefeated regular season, was named 1972 American Football Conference Player of the Year, along with being the inaugural winner of the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been an icon in this community for many years, the great Earl Morrall.
Yeah.
Number 95, Tim Bowens.
Yeah.
Big Tim. If you were here for the Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas celebration, you heard this name frequently throughout the weekend. As both of those guys said, they would not have been the players that they were if it were not for Tim Bowens. Considered by his teammates to be one of the toughest players in Dolphins history, a quiet leader, this defensive tackle was the 1994 first-round draft pick and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year that same season. He became known as the Rock in the middle of the Dolphins' defensive line. A 2-time Pro Bowl selection, he carried the defense into the 21st century. An honor well-deserved, number 95. Congratulations, Tim Bowens.
Yeah. There it is. There it is.
And last but not least, number 89, that's still part of the Miami Dolphins, Nat Moore.
Our senior vice president, by the way, Nat Moore, our final inductee, knows no introduction. Many of you know him for his fantastic play as a member of the Dolphins for 13 seasons, but most of us have also come to know him as we've encountered him during the tireless hours he spends working in the local community through the Nat Moore Foundation, the Miami Dolphins Foundation, and many, many other important causes. While he was immortalized when he made that famous helicopter catch, which he loves talking about, by the way, against the Jets, we carry on his legend right here in concrete today. Our theme for today has been Unsung Heroes, and there's no greater one than number 89, Nat Moore. Congratulations, Nat.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all of our 2012 inductees. We'll have a photo now of them with the Hall of Famers and Steve next to the Sunburst. Thank you all for coming out today and appreciate you being a part of Alumni Weekend.